Hi everyone, my name is Charles. On this channel, we talk about tech innovation and everything making money online. We talk about remote jobs, we talk about apps, free and paid version, we talk about everything that will make your work from home very smooth. So on today's video, I'll be talking about the ethic of a remote worker. I'll go with number one. I have a book, I have a note on my lap, so I'll be looking downwards. If you see me looking downwards, that's the notes I'm looking down to. So on number one on my list, I will say you have to be very, very organized as a remote worker. Even though you are not doing a regular 9 to 5 where your employer can see you and you'll be in good conduct, you also have to be organized. Your workspace needs to be organized so that you don't go about looking for things, or when you're on an interview, your space will be littered. There will be spoon, there will be pots everywhere, even though they are not seen, but your background and how you are organized can say a lot about you even before the interview begins. So we need to leave our space clean, organized, and all of that. Number two, I would like to say you need to have a special email. You need to have a special email for work. You need to have a special email for job. You don't need your own email or your former regular email that be used before you started your remote job. You don't need a regular email. You need a specific email for your job only. And this is the email you use in applying for job and sending your resume and your portfolio to anybody or any client that requests for it. So you can use good email. Don't use email like sexybossy@gmail.com. You can use email like, okay, let me say hello uche@gmail.com, or you can say workwithuche@gmail.com. That's look and sound more official than using the regular name and all of that. And also it also shows you that it's mainly for work instead of just a regular email. Number three on my list, Number three on my list, I have a to-do list. When a client call you for an interview or for a job, whether you are saying the client one-to-one or is an online interview, you can have a to-do list to write down everything the client is saying and exactly how the client wants it. Because some people, you might know this particular way of doing things, but your client insists on the other way. It's better you go for your client's way that he or she wants it, to make your workflow easier and satisfactory to them. Number three on my list, number four, be tech loving, be innovative. As a remote worker, as a work from home personnel, be tech loving, be ready to learn, be ready to innovate, be ready to go with the app. New app and new software come every day, so your client might prefer you using Calendly and you want to use Google Calendar. So you just go with what your client wants. You go with the particular app they require you to work with. Also, have your NDA templates, because this is very, very important. Even as a business person, you need to have your NDA template. This template shows how your mode of payment comes through, how many percent ahead and how many percent after the job is been done, and your terms and conditions and all of that. And this also prevents future disputes and disagreements. Having an NDA saves you from a lot of stress and disagreements in the future. Also, be a CARF person. CARF, I'll write it on the screen. CARF is CARF. C stands for completeness. Be complete in your job. Know what you are doing. Don't be an half-baked. We know that we learn through the process also, but don't be an half-baked. The services you are rendering, do you think if you are the person in place, if you are the employer, you can pay for that service you want to render to that person? So also, A also stands for accurate. Be accurate with your data, be accurate with your data entry. Don't put in wrong figures and assume that your client is not going to know. Don't put in wrong figures and assume that your client is not going to know, or your client is not going to check it, because some of these things are bait. They are just testing. You will not even notice that. They want to know how accurate you are, not to put in wrong figures. You understand? Because whenever you're working on Excel sheet or Google sheet, you have to be accurate with your calculation and input of figures. Also, R stand for reasonableness. Reasonableness means if you are working with an Excel sheet or a Google sheet and you are doing a data entry job, filling in figures and all of them, maybe for a business or for an individual, you need to ask why this particular price is like this. For example, if a client states, or you see on the Google sheet that a bottle of water is 5,000 naira, I don't think anywhere in Nigeria you can easily say a bottle of water for 5,000, depending on where you're buying it from. Also depending, and that is in rare occasion, depending on where you're buy it from. If you see 5,000 for a bottle of water on a Google sheet, you need to ask your employer or your client that why is this bottle of water 5,000 for one. This shows that you really know your job and you are accurate with figures and up to date, and also you want to do a good job. The F stands for feedback. When you finish your work for your employer or your client or anybody you work for, at the end of the day, when you are done with the job, even before the end of the job, while in the process of the job, it's right for you to take your client along, to tell them, I'm in this stage, I'll be done in the next few days or few hours. This make them know that you are taking them along. They don't need to be messaging you and say, how far have you gone? This take the stress off them from messaging you, and you also keeping them updated, so that you are good at what you do. Also, you can also give them a feedback, like a closeout email when you finish the job, like hello, I've done the job, and this is it, please check for your review and all of that. During this feedback, they can even recommend you, they can even give you good recommendation that you can add to your portfolio, and also give that to a client when you are in any job interview. So it's good as a remote worker, when you are done with your job, give your client, your employer, a closer email, inform them that you are done with the job, and also this is a means of telling them that depending on how your agreement of payment is, that you can review the job and send him my balance of the job. So this is all I have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and be the first to be notified whenever I upload. On this channel, I talk about tech, innovation, make money online, remote work, and all of that. Thanks for watching.